Hello goat lovers, Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and today it is time for this little boy to be weathered. So if you guys have been wondering how you're supposed to turn your male bucks into a pet, stay tuned, we'll show you how we do that. So this little guy, ouch, still wants a bottle. But anyway, he is almost 4 months old now. When I weather, the technique we use is called banding. So it is a rubber band around the very high point of their testicles, and then it cuts the circulation off, and then eventually, their testicles quit growing, and then they will eventually fall off, turning them into a wether. So I never ever do it before 8 weeks old, and the reason being their urethra or their urine tract needs to be developed large enough so that it doesn't cause them any issues when they do get older. So they can get urinary stones and even die from it, from urine calculi. So at least wait till they're 8 weeks old. I like to wait till they're even a little bit older if possible. So it's a pretty easy process, but first off, make sure that they do have their tetanus shot. And then if you have somebody to help you, it's very beneficial, somebody to hold them, and I'll show you guys. My son here is going to hold him. So I'm going to put my gloves on. And it helps too if they happen to be hanging out in the dirt or anything like that all day, which mine are. If you give them a good rinse, just their testicles and the back end, and also using alcohol just to make sure that it's very clean. I'm just going to clean around the area that the band is going to go. These are not normal rubber bands. They are rubber bands that you can purchase. They're very thick, very strong, so you're going to need this special band. Don't go trying to get a normal rubber band and wrap it around a million times. It's just not gonna be okay. So I am also just gonna dip that band as well as just clean the pliers. So the pliers just open up and close, and you're going to put your little band right on the end of it, all the way to the back, and then it opens up, and we are going to pull his testicles through there, close it off, and pull it out. So he's being a really good boy. One thing to keep in mind, you're going to want to make sure you have the testicles as far down as you can get them in that testicle sac, without getting the nipples. You want to make sure that the nipples do not get above the band, or the band doesn't go above the nipples. You want those to stay underneath the band. So I'm going to stretch that out, put it on there, pull them through, and again, pull those down. Make sure that those balls are in there good. Release, and then you pull it off. So we got a good, it's up high, it's good. Both of his teats are not you know, below the band. So you want to make sure that the band is underneath the teats, and that band is as high up as it can go on those testicles. It is a couple hours of them being extremely uncomfortable, and then after that they're good to go. They're bouncing around as if nothing ever happened. But it is going to take that couple of hours before all of those nerves are dead. So it's cutting off the blood supply to the testicles. They quit growing. Where that band is, then those balls will end up falling off in 2 to 4 weeks. So, which is why you want to make sure that they have their tetanus shot. You know, so they might get just slightly open sore, or you know, right there where the band is and where those testicles fall off. So he's going to be uncomfortable. This is why I like doing it in the evening, where it's not super hot during the day, so that he can, you know, just try to get that 2 hours out of the way. And then I'll show you guys what he looks like in the morning, where it doesn't even faze him anymore. There literally is no way of getting around this being painful for them for some amount of time. It's not a fun thing to do, of course, but he will be okay. And in a couple hours, again, he's gonna not even notice that it happened. All of those nerves will be dead, it'll be numb, and he'll be good to go. Walking him back to his pen. As you can see, he still can walk. He's not dying. So the reason we weather is because we are breeding show quality goats. And any buck that doesn't meet the standards of something that I would want to keep in my own herd and breed to my own does to throw improvement, then what I'm going to do is weather them. So that's why we did weather this little guy here. We call him Fancy Feet, and you can see he's doing just fine. And this guy is Everest, that you guys helped name, and he is just absolutely stunning. So he comes from really great lines, which of course all of my goats are you know, coming from great lines. But again, if a buck doesn't have the qualities that I would want to continue on in my herd, then I'm gonna weather them. They have to be the best of the best. You know, we definitely don't need 1,000,000 bucks in our herd. We have a lot more does, just like within any herd. So they're just the way it is. A lot less bucks are needed. So we just like to pass on the best of the best. And again, it's for show. So our quality is always improving. And then the bucks that I sell, I want to make sure are of top quality as well. So that is, and even though wethers, you know, may not be able to breed, they make excellent pets. There's a lot of people that like to have goats as pets, and wethers are ideal for pets. So they, you know, if you castrate them, they don't carry on the temperament that a buck does, and a buck will start urinating on himself and can sometimes be aggressive around the ladies. So a wether is never going to get like that, because castrating him, you know, you don't allow those hormones to produce. So he is going to go to a nice home. We will put him for sale. I'm sure he's going to find a fancy home where he can be a great pet. Ain't that right? Yes. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.